Hi kids, it's Bunny back with another junk journal, and this one is Paris themed in the 20s. Paris in the 20s. And you can see it has a hardcover and covered with cloth with pretty rosebuds, and picture of someone at the flower market, and a friend of mine made this little doily thing, so cute, and it's all held together with this silken ribbon, or sash, should I say. And let's get into it. Oop. Bit of the sash. Okay. Inside the front cover, we see Eureka, the Eiffel Tower. And these are journaling cards that you can write on the back of. They're all blank on the back. And there are lots of them in here. And here is a explanation of what the journal is, how it can be used, for those not familiar with it. And there's a doily, and we have little things throughout, stamping throughout, lace on the edges. I should get it in the frame. In this tuck, there's some dried lavender. Smell that. Doesn't that smell good? And more journaling cards. And a tag, and tags are blank on the back also. Some ledger paper. This is a cover of some sheet music, vintage sheet music, a jazz baby. That's what the 20s were, the jazz age. And here's a little blue bag, and in it there's another journaling card and a little mini envelope with a Josephine Baker picture, famous dancer of the time. And here's some a vintage book page. And here's a vintage page out of a children's book, vintage children's book. And in this pocket, we have lots of stuff. A journaling card, and another journaling card of a jazz band from the 20s in Paris. Another journaling card, another tag, and a piece of faux ephemera. It's a reproduction of a receipt of some sort. Here we have some vellum paper, see-through and crackly. And here we have a giant pocket into which I have put this big photograph of this gentleman with very unique looking eyes, and Paris flower card. You can journal a lot on these cards, they're pretty big. And a love letter from 1927, a genuine, authentic, vintage love letter, which you can read. It's very sweet. That's all in the big pocket. Here's some more vellum. More of the vintage children's book page. More of the blue bag. This one has a journaling card in it. And in this tuck we have a tag and a journaling card, French fashion of the time, and a vintage advertisement. More little clusters, more of the vintage sheet music. In this pocket there's journaling cards, And this pocket actually unfolds so you can write a full sheet of paper to write on. So you have more journaling space that way. And it's easy just to fold back up. Here's a vintage photograph of a couple. Genuine vintage photograph. More doily. And the second signature, here's a tuck that has a Paris Acrobat journaling card. And other journaling cards. And here's a tag that is also a pocket with a small journaling card in it. There's some wallpaper. Here's a little fold-up doors. You can write inside there your little secret notes. And in this bag we have a vintage photograph and another journaling card. More journaling cards. And more faux ephemera. Here's this is a page out of a vintage children's music book, probably used in school. And lots of room for writing. And in this pocket we have journaling card, Paris map, a tag, and a small envelope with some small journaling cards inside. More of the music page. Vintage book, another pocket, or bag with a journaling card inside. More vintage music paper. Excuse me. Wallpaper. And in this tuck, some more journaling cards. Beautiful flower. And another tag. I love this fringe on the edge of that. And in this tuck, there's some more French fashion of the day. And more faux ephemera. With a page from an old book. And a doily. Some blue paper, old book page. Here's a little tiny envelope that has a journaling card and a feather in it. Envelope. Pardon my shaking hands, I have a trimmer. And in this purple pocket we have more Cafe Society. And Paris landmarks. Paris fashion. All of them journaling cards. And another tag. Here is another piece of vintage sheet music. A nice little ruffle on another big bag. And on this big bag, in this big bag, there's, oops, more big journaling cards and a miniature notebook that you can write some thoughts in. In this tuck there's Ernest Hemingway, one of the famous writers of they called themselves the Lost Generation that gathered in Paris at the time. Another journaling card and another journaling card. A lot of famous writers in that group. More vellum. Vintage book page. A doily. More vintage book page. And in this pocket, Paris chic. And another landmark. Beautiful flowers and a tag. A little pom-pom action. And in this tuck, we have more journaling cards. Notre Dame with lovers in front. Chanel. And more faux ephemera. Wallpaper. There's a bag that has a tiny journaling card, and I believe this is James Joyce, one of the writers in the Paris Circle. And in this tuck we have Moulin Rouge and some can-can dancers and tag. Excuse me. And this is a page from a vintage children's book. And these blank pages are coffee dyed to give it a vintage look, and you can write, of course, on them. More vintage book page. Another journal card. I love this one. She's so cute. And a magazine at the time. And a tag. And more faux ephemera. Receipt. And here's another one of those pockets that you can open up and write in. I won't show you again. A party journaling cards. Here's another of those tags that has a little mini journaling card in it. Music paper, another bag. What's in here? Here's another vintage photograph. Very old. More wallpaper. And inside the back cover we have beautiful journaling cards. And a feather. And a miniature envelope with my stamp on it. And inside are more miniature journaling cards. And that's the book. It's rather chunky. It's got a lot of stuff in it, and I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.